Hi, how are you doing? I am Lungila and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to talk about Blood and Water. I watched it, I enjoyed it, but I got questions. So I'm just gonna start off providing a review of the show and then I'll get into my questions. So when season 2 starts, it's only been 3 weeks. That's the time frame between the events of season 1 and the events of season 2. So the show starts rather dramatically with a showdown between Figile's family and Bulang's family. And the reason for that is because Figile's family took out a restraining order against Bulang because I think they're blaming her for all the cyberbullying that Figile has been going through. I could be wrong, but watch season 1 if you want to find out. So yes, so basically Pulang needs to stay away from Figile, and I mean that's easy to do. They're not even in the same grade. So like it's not an issue. Another thing is that the school has arranged a therapist for Figile, after her scandal of having a relationship with her swimming instructor, and also because I think this therapy helps because she got a lot of cyberbullying coming her way after her scandal came out. So that introduces us to a new character on the show, the therapist. I'm sorry, I forgot her name, so I'll just call her the therapist. And from the onset, you can tell that this lady, she is up to no good. And she's not alone. She comes through with her son. His name is Sam. Now, once again, even when we introduced to Sam, they're bringing him with this air of danger, like he can't be trusted, like he has deep, dark secrets. But he is not dangerous. He can be trusted. He's actually quite very honest and has high integrity levels. And he's a nice guy, so what the hell? So anyways, yes. And on on Pulang's side, okay, she continues with her investigations. She's snooping all over KB. Is it Matla? Matla, yes. She's snooping all over Matla's house. She's using KB to get close to Matla's other house. She's using KB to get an internship into Matla's companies, so that she can continue her investigation into Point of Grace. The girl hasn't given up, hey. So Pulang and KB are still together. Their relationship at the beginning of the show was doing fine. They are mini celebrities because that song that they did is apparently a hit at the moment. Everybody in their school is trying to take selfies with them. But Pulang is like, oh my god, no, I actually just don't want to be popular. Anyways. So back to Figile. So during the therapy sessions, Figile mentions to her therapist that she had a conversation with Pulang, and Pulang mentioned that they could be sisters, and she's thinking about taking a DNA test. The therapist is so supportive and helps Figile to get a DNA test and handles the whole process for Figile. And all Figile had to do was just get a swab from Pulang, of which she did. And yeah, couple of days later, the results come back and they are negative. And Figile is like, crazy girl, stay the hell away from me. Okay, leave me alone. So Figile starts focusing on her life, on her family, getting closer to her father, just being a normal teenager, She and Sam have a healthy, proper teenage relationship. We needed to see that. I loved seeing that. So, her life is just going well. So with her relationship with Sam, the only hurdle seemed to be Chris. Chris was just from the jump was not very fond of Sam. I don't know if he just doesn't like new kids at their school because he was not very fond of Pulang either, or does he have some type of a crush on Figile? For a moment there, it really did seem like Chris has a crush on Figile because my goodness, he was just doing his best to get in the middle of these two romance, And now that I think about it, if Figile and Chris kind of had a relationship, that would have made for a very interesting storyline. Okay, like Chris, his love triangle with Zama and the other guy, and then you throw in Fix over there, and it's like a ginormous love triangle. Is it no, not, I mean, triangles, three people. A love plethora, because there's just so many of them. Everybody's just jumping there and just be in a relationship with Chris. Anyways, turns out Chris doesn't have a crush on Fikile. He's just, concerned. That's all, And there was a point where I was just questioning, do we really need Sam in this show? Because, like, everything that Sam did could have been done by Chris, and they would have just added more to Chris's character. But maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. It's okay. No shade there. I'm glad the guy who acts the part of Sam, whoever he is, he got booked, he got paid. Good for you. I won't stand in the way of you making your money, young man. With all these investigations that Puleng is doing, she just keeps, needing more and more of Wade's help. By the way, Wade started dating Tahira, the head girl of the school, and I loved seeing it. Love that the fact that the storyline showed that the good guys can win too. The good guys can get a girl as well. Not that they just losers who finish last. No, I don't think Wade finished last at all. So anyways, their relationship is good. It's healthy. They close. They're just like normal dating teenagers, But Puleng just keeps coming in there, and the closer Wade and Tahira get, it's kind of like Puleng doesn't like it now. Puleng is starting to feel a little bit spicy about that whole thing. And the more time that Puleng spends with Wade, the more insecure KB gets about Puleng and Wade's friendship. At the beginning, Tahira was fine with Wade and Puleng's friendship. But at some point, even she was like, no, this is too much. So because KB was so jealous, he started a fight with Wade. And Wade kicked his ass. Yes, loved singing. I mean, what was KB thinking? Wade does kickboxing and wrestling. So Wade knows how to kick ass professionally. Okay, so anyways, after that ass kicking that KB received, him and Puleng were sort of broken up, and in his heartbreak, he accused Puleng of gaslighting him somehow, some way, without explaining to Puleng what gaslighting is. Anyways, he wrote a song, a diss track for Puleng, accusing Puleng of having an affair with Wade, and in that song, KB mentioned that he kissed Fikile. And after that whole diss track thing, Puleng is mad at the fact that KB kissed Fikile, not at the fact that KB made a diss track about her and everybody in the school heard it. This girl's priorities are weird. She's bizarre. So back to Fikile, okay? So Fikile is minding her own business and living her best life, but there is something in the back of her mind where she's like, but what if, so she starts paying attention to certain things. She starts asking, questions to her dad and her mom and her grandma, trying to find out more about her childhood and stuff like that. At some point, she overheard a dodgy conversation between her mom and grandma, and after that, she started snooping. She went through her mother's laptop and discovered that her mom actually got into contact with the lab technician that did the DNA test, and her mom might have sabotaged it. So, whoa, she calls up Puleng, and of course, Puleng comes through because Puleng will come through. So they call up the guy and meet him in some dodgy alley, and the guy is creepy with capital letters. See the way he was looking at Fikile, like he wanted to undress her and do bad things to her, And Puleng standing right next to Fikile, right in front of this guy, just wasn't registering this whole thing that was going on. This girl is weird. So anyways, later on, they meet this guy up at his house, his dodgy ass house in a dodgy neighborhood, late at night. Just two girls. For all her other investigations, whenever she was going to a dangerous place, she would call up Wade for backup and security or whatever. But this time, when they're meeting this dodgy guy at his house at night, she ain't calling up Wade. Is it the writers or is this character just weird? So anyways, they get their results after being threatened with sexual assault. It got real right there. They could have been raped over there. They could have it got weird and it got dangerous for them there for a moment, you know. But your girl has a taser, so maybe that's why she's not scared of going into dangerous places, because girl got a taser. So anyway, they got the results. They read them out. They're sisters. I'd like to pause it right there regarding Fikile and Buleng's storyline and talk about a completely different storyline now that has nothing to do with Fikile and Buleng's storyline. And that is Reese. Yeah, the girl that sells drugs at the school, her. So in this season, we get to find out more about her, find out more about her home situation. And it's a tough home situation, you know. She's raised by a single mother, and her mother has a mental illness, and her mother has stopped taking her medication for her mental illness, and it shows all around. You know, I wish they had mentioned what mental illness the mom got. Maybe they did and I just missed it. I don't know, okay? So anyways, Reese is very, very worried about her mom, and Reese wants to get her mom admitted to an institution that can take care of her. And so she needs money, okay? She needs money, and of course, she decides the best thing is to sell more and more and more drugs. She meets this other guy that introduces her to a drug that she can sell more expensively. And yeah, she starts selling. She has this whole thing running in the school. She recruits 2 other schoolmates to help her out in selling these drugs, and she's rolling in the door, and she's able to get her mother admitted into the mental institution. All is going well for her. So while all of this is going on, Reese, Fikile, and Chris get dragged into joining the matric planning committee to raise funds for a fabulous matric dance, and Reese is nominated to be the treasurer. And you know what, she did a job well. She was not mixing her money with treasurer money. Everything was going well until she got busted. You know, this other teacher, what is his name? Anyways, Menier, I'll call him Menier. Menier put 2 and 2 together and was like, yeah, Reese is selling drugs at the school. And he goes and blackmails Reese and is like, I want in on it. And Reese had no choice but to say yes. Menier further says they need to clean the money. Because, I mean, hello, how is Reese gonna, how is she keeping the money? So they need to clean the money, and Menier has a fabulous idea. Reese just needs to send all the money to him, including the committee's money, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So Reese does, and Reese gets screwed. Menier takes all the money, Reese's money and the committee's money, resigns from his job, and runs with the money. Now Reese is in deep trouble. The committee, or more like it, Chris, decided to cover up for Reese. Listen, let me tell you something about Chris. In this season, we saw a different side of Chris. We got to see his home situation. He's just a neglected child, and there's a whole lot more going on with Chris than just this mean boy. So this season we saw the good side of him. Like, he is such a good friend. To him, his friends Reese and Fikile are like family. And on this season, he was there for them every time that they needed him. So anyways, yes, Chris convinces everybody to just pretty much cover up for Reese, including Wendy. Wendy was part of this whole thing to cover up for Reese. They had to raise the funds for the matric dance. They did raise the funds, but it's not as much as they had told the principal that they got. And as a result, when the day for the matric dance came, it was, you could tell, budget-wise, something was not meeting, you know. The principal was not happy at all, and she required answers. I think Chris ended up confessing to her everything. I think so. Oh, by the way, side note, Chris and Wendy ended up having some type of a strong chemistry going on, a very unlikely pairing, but I liked it and I enjoyed it. Back to Buleng and Fikile. Bear with me, I'm almost done. Stay with me. So back to Fikile and Buleng. So after finding out that they actually are sisters, Fikile requested that can Buleng just gave her some time to digest everything and talk to her parents. But Buleng was caught between a rock and a hard place, and to save herself, she ended up revealing the whole story, that actually Fikile is Pume, her parents, of course, involved the police, rightfully so. All hell broke loose for Fikile's mama. The police came through to arrest her and Fikile's dad. Matla came through to try and save the situation. Fikile's mom lost her mind. This whole point of grace thing is like on the edge of just tipping over and exploding in everybody's faces, and I can't wait for it. I need to see it. I need to find out more about this point of grace situation. Yes, so in a nutshell, that is all that season 2 of Blood and Water is about. I watched it, I liked it, I enjoyed it, but I got questions. First question: was it intentional on the part of the writers for us to hate Buleng? Maybe I'm the only person that hated Buleng and I'm just making assumptions here. But anyways, I found Buleng annoying, disrespectful, selfish, and she had no sense of danger. Like she's reckless. She just jumps head first into situations that are very dangerous for her. Case in point, that situation that I mentioned, going to the dodgy guy's house. I mean, this is South Africa. Don't do shit like that. Don't go to dodgy, weird places. Don't meet dodgy people. You will become a statistic one way or another. Are we supposed to believe that all these pupils are like high school age? Whose casting decisions were these? Like, okay, some of them look like high schoolers. I think Buleng, Reese, and the girl drug dealer, I think they look like high schoolers. The others, if you squint and don't look too deep, might look like high schoolers. But I am sorry to the stands. KB and Chris, those two uncles, never. And in season 3, I'm proceeding as if there will be a season 3. In season 3, they have better be in university. I cannot keep looking at these people in school uniform. Who is the daddy? Who is the father? The therapist is pregnant. Everybody mentioned, not everybody, but Matla mentions the pregnancy. Her son mentions the pregnancy. She mentions the pregnancy. But it's kind of like it's a pregnancy that is there, but don't worry about it. She's pregnant. We also she's pregnant, but it's kind of not really like part of the storyline. Like, I don't know how are we supposed to proceed with this pregnancy? What's going on with this pregnancy? Is it part of the storyline or not? Or is it just because the lady was pregnant when they were filming? She was pregnant when they were filming. Season 3, I need answers. Is the Meneer gonna get caught? Is Meneer like getting away with stealing all that money? Okay, I understand that Chris and them didn't want Reese to get into a lot of trouble, so that's why they kind of didn't report the Meneer. But come on now, come on, we cannot just have a theft of such a grand scale and nobody gets punished. This school, is there like no security, or does the gate not get closed and locked at a certain time? Because these kids are in school premises at night, and they didn't tell us this is a boarding school, so why are the pupils in the school premises at night? Number 2, the gate is not mended, or like these kids are bunking. They're skipping class willy-nilly anytime. Oh no, we can just skip class. Like the school I went to, there was security. Okay, granted, the main purpose was to keep us safe from outside influences and from each other, but it was also to keep us in. Like, we knew it was also to keep us in and not bunk school, you know, because teenagers need supervision. It would be remiss of me not to mention the hair. Who is in the hair department in the show? Because I am here for all of it. Okay, my goodness. Love, love, love all the hairstyles, darling. Okay, the hair department did its things. I mean, are you kidding me? The braids, Zama's colorful braids, Buleng's braids, the way they were styling her braids. Wendy, she was plaited most of the time, but you could tell it kept changing. It kept changing. Tahira, it was never just a simple braid. Even the guys, it's not just a simple haircut. Something is going on with the haircut. I loved all of it. Final question, a very important question. And how is it that Figile's father did not know that Figile is not his biological daughter? How's that possible? How does your wife just turn up with a baby and you didn't know when she was pregnant? And I think you get what I'm trying to say here. His Figile's dead, but he didn't. I need answers, okay? So I think that's all the questions that I have for now. If you have any questions regarding Blood and Water, leave them in the comment section below. So I think that there will be a season 3. I have not heard anything. Honestly, I wasn't looking, but I do think that there will be a season 3 because we got a lot of cliffhangers here. Okay, the first cliffhanger is the principal. She got a call from the board, a board member saying, way too many bad things are happening in that school. We need to talk, so we need to find out about that. The next cliffhanger is the new character. When the show was ending, some lady popped up kidnapping Figile's mom, saying, now I need to fix your mess. Who is she? What drama is she bringing? What danger is she bringing for Buleng? The next cliffhanger, who is Figile's biological mother? It was revealed that Buleng's mom cheated on Buleng's dad, and the DNA test did prove that Figile is how do I say this? That Figile is Buleng's mom's child, but not Buleng's dad's child. So who is Figile's biological father? Don't say Matla. Please don't say Matla. The last cliffhanger is that KB asked Buleng if she can help him investigate what his mother's involvement in this whole shenanigan. So yeah, there has to be a season 3, hey? So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe. I will truly appreciate the support. Thank you so much for watching.